What's up, guys? So today I'm going to be making a quill, like a pen and ink quill, out of a Allen key, and it's probably going to take a while, but I'm just going to document me making it. It's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully it'll turn out good and we'll be able to write pretty well. So here we go. So the type of quill that I'm making, it's not like a normal quill, like a feather quill. It's more like a solid piece of metal. So what's gonna have, it's gonna have a point right there, and it's gonna have spirals that come down the sides, and that's what's gonna actually hold the ink. And so what I'm doing right now, I'm just filing down the tip until I can get a sharp point, or I might do like a flat point depending on what I'm gonna do with it. It's actually going a lot quicker than what I thought. Right now I'm just using a cheap Harbor Freight file, but eventually I'm going to move to some nicer, finer files and get that rounded out. So go back to the time lapse. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so I just finished filing this down. It looks really good. It's not super sharp, and it's kind of like rounded instead of really sharp and pointy like that. So it's a lot less of a chance that it's going to like cut the paper open wherever I'm writing on it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm either going to take my Dremel tool and carve out little spirals that go up it, or I'm going to take my engraver tool, carve out spirals. I'm going to see which one works better. But yeah, there we go. And also I'm trying to figure out for the back of it, because it says the Allen key, for the back of it, I'm trying to figure out if I should cut that off right there, or if I should try to forge this out and bend it, maybe make it flat, or make something else out of it, make it curly or something, or should I just, just completely cut it off, because it's long enough without it, just like that. It's long enough without it that I don't actually need it. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with that. If I start the forge today, then I'll do it. But if I don't get around to that, then I won't. I'll just probably end up cutting it off or something. So yeah, we'll see. All right. So what I've done so far is I started making a little channel in it, and I'm making this different than what I originally thought, because I saw this one quill is made out of glass, and it had these little spirals coming down from the tip, which held the ink in, and if you get slowly to the tip. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to have the point. I'm going to make a channel that comes off of the point. Then I'm going to have a little ring, or a bunch of little rings going down the side, but they're not going to be going down. It's just going to be one continuous ring around the top, then one under that, one under that, and it's going to have probably like 10 or 12 rings on it. Then a line that goes through the middle of the rings and comes to the tip. And so the ink will be stuck inside of each of those rings, and as the ink on the tip gets used, it will come through the line and feed to the tip slowly. So I'll be able to store a whole lot of ink in it. So originally what I was going to do is make two lines on it, one on each side. But what I'm going to do, so that I have more control over it, I'm just going to do one channel right here. You see the channel that goes in there. It's going to I'm going to have a bunch of little circles that are overlapping that channel, and I'm going to make it, and so when you dip this into the ink is going to get stuck in those little circles, and as you use the ink from the tip, it'll slowly feed more ink into it, and so it'll hold a whole lot of ink. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to take my engraving tool, because I don't have a skinny enough router bit for my or skinny enough cut off bit for my Dremel tool. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my engraver tool. I'm going to cut this channel a little bit deeper. Then I'm going to try putting those little circles. They don't have to be very big. All they're holding is just a little tiny bit of ink. So I'll do a time lapse of that too, and then I'll show y'all in detail what I'm doing. So here we go. Okay, so I tried doing that with my engraver tool. So pretty much it's just like this little spike that moves up and down really fast. And that wasn't really doing anything. What it's intended for is it's kind of like a tattoo gun, but pretty much what it does, all it's intended for is just putting a little line in it. It's not made for actually going deep into it. It's just so you can see it. But so since that didn't work, I'm just gonna try using a hacksaw. So I can just go at it and cut those lines a little bit deeper and wider. Then I'm gonna try come at it like this and cut it and deepen that line a little bit because my Dremel bit is a little bit too wide for that. See how wide it is? If I go down any more, it just make that too wide. So I don't want to risk messing that up and making everything too thin, because then it just won't write very well. So I'm gonna not use this anymore. Probably not use the Dremel too much anymore, except for later when I'm gonna polish it and make it look really nice. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use a hacksaw, and I'm just gonna try to deepen out those lines, maybe make them a little bit wider, and yeah, let's see how that goes. Alright, so what I've done real quick for this, actually not real quick, it took me like half an hour, but anyways, what I have is I put those little lines in all the way around. They're pretty deep. They're probably about like half a millimeter to a millimeter deep, and you can make them deeper. I won't go much shallower than this, but you can go a little bit. Then I have the tip right there. I've never made a quill like this, like a solid one. I've always done like feather quills and stuff. But you can literally make these out of anything, this type of quill. You can make them out of wood, you can make them out of glass if you have those type of tools. You can make them out of all different types of metal, carbon fiber, fiberglass, all kinds of stuff. But this, I would not recommend doing out of an Allen wrench. You can if you want, but you have to have very good sharp tools, which at the moment, I don't have right now because all of my tools at the moment are dull because I just haven't sharpened them in a while. And this took forever because this steel is very, very hard. And I need to get a new blade on our hacksaw because from cutting this, it like really messed it up and make it really dull. And we have a sharp hacksaw blade, except for that hacksaw is broken. So I'm gonna switch out the blade soon. But so pretty much what's gonna happen is when you dip it, the ink will go into these little rings right here. And then as you write with it, all the ink will go down that channel and it'll go straight to the tip, and the ink will come out. You can write with it. And right here on the tip, I don't know if you can see it. Right there on the tip, I took the hacksaw and I cut along it. I cut along the tip right there, and I just made a little tiny trench that went from the big trench down to the tip, just a little tiny one with the hacksaw. And then also I took my engraving tool, I put little dots every time the lines come into the trench. I put little dots, you can probably see them right there. I put little dots into the trench to just help keep the ink from flowing too fast, because otherwise you just have it running right down the paper. And I think I'm just gonna cut this off because I like the look of it like that, without having anything fancy on it. So I'm probably just gonna cut that off real quick, and I'm gonna give this a try. I don't have any ink right now, but there are a couple videos on YouTube how you can make your own ink. I have bought it before. It's not that expensive, but I just want to try making my own ink. Use like different types of berries and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try making my own ink. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off real quick, and I'll check back in. Alright, so I just finished doing a little bit more work on it, and I cut the end off, and man, this thing looks great. I love the way this thing looks. It looks kind of like tactical though, and it just looks awesome. I love the way it turned out. So I love the way it turned out. I don't have any ink, but I'm gonna see if it holds water or oil, and so yeah, I'm gonna do that now. See if it will hold anything, and maybe write with it. And then I guess I'll do a separate video doing ink, and I'll upload this today. So yeah, there we go. All right, so I have this. I have some just like water that I put some stuff like tea in it, so it looks kind of black. And so now I'm gonna take my quill and I'm gonna see if it will actually hold any ink and write. This probably won't show up very good on paper, but so I dipped it in. Let's see. Alright, so it actually does hold the ink pretty well. If I make the channel longer and put more lines in it, it would hold it better. But this is really fine for just messing around with. And so it holds the ink pretty well. Once I have actual ink, it will hold it a lot better because that's a little bit thicker. It'll hold that much better. It'll write much better. Everything will just be a lot better. And so I'll do a video on that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Eventually I'm probably gonna do some more quill videos. I'm probably gonna do like a wooden one. I might do a bamboo one. I really want to because there's a bunch of really cool bamboo ones that I've seen. I just have to get my hands on some bamboo first because I don't know where any is. Or I know where some is, but I want to go to their house because I don't know the actual people. I want to go to their house. They have like a huge bamboo forest and see if I can borrow some. But yeah, if you know any cool materials or any cool styles that you want to see, put them in the description, and hopefully I'll be doing some more quill videos and making some more cool stuff. So that's it for today. Please like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll do a video tomorrow and the next day. So see ya.